King Collector here, and something came in the mail today. I wasn't expecting this to arrive today, but it did. I was just at Lowe's grabbing some stuff for the boat, and I got a text on my phone with a picture, and this is what it was, sitting outside my garage. It's pretty self-explanatory as to what it is. It's a Trailmaster MB200 mini bike. It's not really mini. Once we get it all put together, you'll see exactly what I mean. So yeah, again, I wasn't expecting it, but hey, I'm not complaining. So without further ado, let's start cracking this thing open. It might have a couple scratches in it because, well, I mean, look at it, but that's okay. I was expecting that anyway. So as you can see, this side of the box is even worse. So let's just open it and brace ourselves for how badly damaged something is. I'll have to... Yeah. Yeah. That's about it, how I expected that box to come off. But let's see. Yeah, that might be. Actually, no, that's supposed to be like that. Okay. I see a rust spot already, but come on, the thing's made in China. Looks pretty good off the bat. Everything's there. Tire's got air in it, that's always a good sign. Alright, actually gonna get this thing moved inside the garage where it's quieter and you can see it better. Alright, we got it in the garage now. Had to steal the dolly off the phaser because, yeah, it's still in the garage, sitting right behind the camera. But we got it in, and now it's time to start taking apart this metal box thing. Usually these things are always dented up and like really damaged as far as I've seen on other people's MB200s, but this one, I think mine got lucky. So yeah, even the torque converter cover is sticking outside it, but it wasn't damaged, so that's nice. So we do actually need to put the shocks on because they were actually using the mounts, the upper mounts, to keep the thing in the box. Yeah, there's our back suspension. Oh yeah, that chain's way too tight. That was another thing I read about these things, is the chains are always set way too tight on them, so we'll need to adjust that, even though there's really no adjustment left in it. That's nice. Alright, so I dug my old bike lift out of the woods. As you can see, it hasn't been used in a while, but it still works. So we're going to use it to make life a little bit easier getting this front wheel on. In fact, it's just going to take all of like 5 seconds. So your tire looks kind of weird. I don't know if you can see that. It's because it doesn't have air in it. I kind of freaked out for a minute. I thought the tire was all messed up, but no, it just has no air in it. So this tire is also directional. There's an arrow on the sidewall showing you which direction it should rotate in. So make sure you put it on correctly the first time, unlike me. Let's put this in like that. side as well. Like that. Boom. It's not round at all, but we'll get that fixed in a second. Alright, front wheel is on. I'm going to leave it up there just so it doesn't go anywhere. And let's get that front fender on now. Alright, front fender's on. I never realized how close these shocks are to this thing. I'm hoping it doesn't like catch on it and break it. Probably end up putting different fenders on it eventually anyway, but just for now, I hope it lasts long enough to get to that point. But for now, let's get the handlebars on, and then this thing is almost completely assembled, actually. So that's great. Look at this chain. That is way, way, way too tight. I'm guessing they don't even bother to try when they manufacture these things. They just put it to a random setting and call it good. So there's these things on both sides. You have a jam nut here that you'll need to loosen, and then this bolt is actually what moves the wheel back and forth. So that would be tightening going up on this side, but we need to loosen it. So let's do that to the point where it's loosened up a little bit. And the same on the other side over here. You see this thing has a disc brake on it. It's awesome. Way better than the drums that you get on the Colemans and stuff. Even for just having back brakes, this thing is going to stop on a dime. I'm an idiot. I forgot I need to loosen the actual axle nut too. This guy up here. Wow, that is tight. It's better, but it's still way too tight. It's as loose as loose gets. Alright, well, I literally took out the tensioners. It's as far as it will go inside. So, chain is still a little bit on the tight end, but they do tend to stretch. I very, very highly doubt it's pre-stretched. I hope it's not, because it's still pretty tight. Hopefully as we ride it, it'll loosen up a bit, and then we can put the tensioners back on, if we even need them. But I might get some different chain anyway, get some actual like racing chain for it, but it is time to let it down. Alright, so it already has oil in it. I'm kind of surprised, but well, I checked the dipstick 3 times and it had slippery fluid in it. So I'm just going to put gas in it and hopefully it doesn't blow up. Yeah, that'd be great. Alright, time to crank this thing up. Choke, I like these too, these big handles. Makes it so if the engine backfires, it doesn't rip the thing out of your hand. Give it a choke. as you can see, I did put a tail light on this thing, and it does work. It does get activated by the brake handle up there, and it also has the nighttime running setting on too. So now all I need to do is just get that wire in some conduit and paint this bracket black. Just haven't had the time to do any of that right now. And then I also took off the fake tank because it was making a very annoying rattling sound. And we're going to replace it with this real one right here. That's an actual tank that will hold the fuel, and we'll take that thing off, or maybe even use it to house the electronics that we'll need to put on this thing. But for now, I'm just running it without that fake tank on it, so I don't have to listen to the annoying vibration sounds that it keeps making. So yeah, it's been a pretty busy week at work, so I haven't really been able to do everything all at once. So this video is probably a little bit scattered, but it'll be alright. So now we will cut to riding this thing. Alright, now it is time for a riding video. As you can see, I pulled the tank off because I had planned on putting the better one on it, but I forgot some hardware that I needed for it. And I also got a taillight on this thing now, which does work. So yeah, not much else has really been done to it lately, but we're about to do a riding video finally. It's like 2 days later after I got it. Just haven't had the time lately, but that's besides the point. Let's go. This is the first start for the day, so it's going to be a little bit cold. through the chain big time. Holy crap. That was pretty wild. Well, it looks like it didn't break it, so that's good. Oh shoot, it did break the chain. Dang it. Oh man, I need to drag this thing up there. Well, I don't have far to go anyway, so. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I completely forgot. I took off the tensioners, so it was probably so loose to the point where, yeah, it just kind of popped off the sprocket. I was gonna get a different chain for it anyway, one of the racing chains, so I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Well, I guess we need to get that on order too, because this thing ain't going nowhere right now.